All right, in this lesson, we'll dive into the case methods that are available on a string. And case methods all deal with the casing of the string. In other words, the capitalization of the letters and the lower casing of the letters and things like that. Let's begin with the capitalize method. I'm going to write out a string here with the puts method. It's a simple lowercase string, hello. We can see it output to the right. And let's go ahead and call the capitalize method on it with the dot syntax, capitalize. What capitalize does is capitalize just the first character of a string, and then everything else is going to be in lowercase. So if I execute this, you can see hello change to a hello with the H at the very beginning capitalized, okay? Similarly, if I have something like hello, but the two L's in the middle are uppercase, it's going to lowercase those while still uppercasing the H in the very beginning. Takes care of that. And if I just put it a regular hello with the H capitalized, what's great about it is it understands that everything is proper, and it's simply going to return the exact same thing. So the capitalize method returns a copy of the string with the first character converted to uppercase and the remainder converted to lowercase, no matter what their original casings are. If you have numbers or characters, those are going to be ignored. So of course, if I put something like 1, 2 here, and here I'll put an exclamation point and an @ symbol, here I'll put a space and 5, 6, doesn't really matter. You can see that obviously those aren't affected, those can't be capitalized, so that's what you're going to get. Keep in mind if you have multiple words, for example, if I do something like hello world here and I have it separated by a space, it's only going to capitalize the first character of the string. It's not going to capitalize the first character of each word, so to speak. So if I do capitalize, you'll notice that the H in this case is going to be capitalized, but the world is still left in lowercase. Everything is going to be made lowercase. If I switch this to a capital W, you'll see that it's going to stay the same. The H is going to be capitalized because it's at the very beginning. The W is going to be lowercase because the rest of the string becomes lowercase. And finally, kind of to tie all these concepts together, I do want to show you that what we're actually getting back here from Ruby is a brand new string. In fact, I can prove it by simply calling the class method. I can call it on each one of these operations. Again, this is called method chaining because we're simply chaining together a sequence of methods on the same line. And this is doable because everything in Ruby, every expression, every evaluation returns an object. So whenever we call the capitalize method on a string, we get back a brand new string. And we know that strings as an object include a class method. The class method on a string is just like the capitalize method on a string. It's simply a message that we can send to the string to do something. So because what we're getting back is strings, we can call continual string methods on it. And thus we can see here that we are getting back a string object here. Let's now take a look at the upcase and downcase methods. The upcase method capitalizes everything in a string. So if I have a string here like Boris 1, 2, 3, and I call the upcase method upcase, we're simply going to get that string in all caps right here. Again, characters and numbers are not affected. If I do something in all lowercase like blah, 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 and I call upcase, we're going to get blah, 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 all caps. And of course, this process, this variable, or sorry, not variable, but method call is allowed on variables because variables are just pointers to strings. So if I have a variable declared called lowercase and I assign it a string like I'm patient, what I can do is create a new variable here called uppercase. That's the result of lowercase having the upcase method called on it. At this point, Ruby is going to take lowercase, which is I'm patient. It's going to capitalize all the letters, uppercase them all, and then uppercase is going to be the result of that operation. So we can see uppercase here is I'm patient, all caps. Predictably, the downcase method does the exact opposite. It lowercases all of the letters. So if I have a string like Boris right here, all caps, and I do downcase, it's going to lowercase all the letters. Doesn't matter if it's the beginning or the end. The entire string is going to be lowercase no matter how many caps I put in there. Again, symbols are not going to be affected or impacted. Here we go. We can see nothing's going to happen there. There's no way that we can lowercase those characters, so only alphabetical characters. So downcase works like the opposite of the upcase method. And finally, to conclude, I want to show you the swap case method. So if I have a string with a combination of lowercase and uppercase characters, for example, I'll do my name, Boris, with 2 of the letters in uppercase. What swap case does is basically swap the cases. Wherever we have a lowercase, it's going to give me a uppercase, and wherever we have an uppercase, it's going to give me a lowercase. So it's going to reverse it. You can see we're going to get BO capitalized in the result along with the S at the end, and then RI, which are capitalized in the original string, are now lowercase. So quite a lot of methods to dive into in this lesson. Swap case, which reverses, as you see, down case, which makes everything lowercase, up case, which makes everything uppercase, and capitalize, which capitalizes the very first character of a string. Play around with these methods, and we'll dive into them in a few lessons as well, and when I'll show you how we can use them in a different fashion to permanently modify the original variable that's holding them. All right, so I'll see you in the next lesson.